Hello, hello, hello. I'm No More Worlds, and welcome back to Colony Ship, a post-Earth RPG. And we have a few things left here in our journal log. Last time we cleared out a bunch of stuff. We got a new companion by the name of Faith, but I think we're going to go to the habitat now. I'm sure there's other quests around here, but I haven't really spoiled that much for myself when it comes to looking into where quests are. Now, I mean, we have a main one when it comes to confront Jonas, but again, that feels like a pretty heavy duty big meet. I'm going to try to avoid that for now, because I don't necessarily know we're going to be able to do good at that. We're going to get slaughtered by him. He seems to own this town. But what I think we're going to do instead is head to the... wherever the hell the habitat is. How do you get to the habitat? Is it outskirts? Outer gate? That goes into the pit. Okay, well, we have to get to the habitat, and I don't know how to get there. Find more info from the strange scene and approach potential buyers. Go to the habitat. We've been to hydroponics. I think we've been to the armory. Don't think we've been to the factory yet. Did they mention that the factory was the pathway into the habitat? I don't quite remember. Allotted, alright, let's go to the gate first, see if that works. Alright, so this is the gate. We can leave the area of the gate this way. There's elevators here. I don't know what this area is. Oh, we are way up above. This is amazing. Look at this. Look how cool this is. You can see everyone down there. Oh, you can actually see them too. Oh, that's great. And the elevator is what leads up to it. That's great. Oh, what are these? Lockpick 2? Okay, well actually we're gonna help ourselves to some stuff real quickly by opening this. Alright, we're gonna quick save first in case this is a security system. Electronics 2 to fix the control panel. Open that up. Excellent, excellent. And head in here, lockpick this. And we have ourselves an electronics module. Always useful, and more electronics modules. Okay, I don't know what that was. I don't know if we were supposed to do that in some future quest, but we did it. That's the elevator, and this... how does this go? Clearly leads along some scaffolding? Can we continue along this path? So this extends above the entirety of the pit. But it doesn't seem to go anywhere. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything up here. But we have been to these areas. Nothing here. It's the turret I've destroyed earlier from that one quest. Alright, I think we just leave the area for now. Let's head to the habitat, or potentially the habitat. This just gets us to the travel screen. Alright, I think they mentioned that the factory was the means to get through. Like journal notes? Or if there's some way to like look over things that were said previously in the game. That would be useful. I'm a fool. I have a forgetful memory. It'd be great if that is in the game so I can remember where the hell to go. That's fine. Let's go to the factory. I think this might be the way to get to the habitat. Before the mutiny, a rail system suspended high in the factory's metal canopy would deliver citizens to the dismal warehouses and distribution facilities where they spent their days working. Not surprisingly, that's where the revolt started, quickly spreading throughout the ship. The factories were looted and shipped for parts. The railway blown up and to cut off mission control from the habitat and to prevent the reinforcements from pouring in. Within a few decades, the factory has been mostly abandoned until growing trade between the pit and the habitat turned into a new Silk Road. With the trade overpass lying in ruin, this is incredibly loud. Hopefully that's slightly better. With the train overpass lying in ruins, slow-moving traders carrying valuable relics of the past looted in the wastelands quickly became the target of gunmen eager to relieve their traders of their cargo and their lives. The traders responded by hiring armed escorts, which forced the gunmen to form gangs and fight both the mercenaries and rival gangs until only two gangs remained, the Black Hand and the Detroit City Gang. A mercenary outfit calling themselves Thy Brother's Keepers saw a great business opportunity and promptly moved their operations into the factory. There, the Keepers established what became known as the Toll Road, establishing a safe passage to the habitat for an exorbitant fee. All right, so actually, someone in the habitat mentioned the Keepers because we can make some sort of deal with them for protecting the habitat. Kentucky Fried Frogs. Is there food in this game? I don't think I've seen that. I kind of want to. Step right up, don't be shy. The man turns on the burner underneath the grease-covered metal plate. If you're tired of chewing cardboard, try these delicious frog's legs, soaked in acetic acid and fried to perfection. What do they taste like? Like Earth, sister. It was their most iconic food, Kentucky Fried Frog. It's finger-licking good. Wasn't that chicken? Just because it tastes like chicken doesn't mean it's actually chicken. After sharing the bit of street wisdom, he places several chunks of odd-looking meat on the makeshift grill, promptly bastes it in the sauce to mask the smell. Maybe later. So the frogs we have on this ship are... Oh my god, can we go all the way down there? That's awesome. The frogs we have on the ship are gigantic mutated ones, so it might not be great. Alright, we have a greeter here, and this seems to be the only way through. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any other passageway, so we have to go through the Brothers Keepers area. Traveling to the habitat, the greeter gives you a quick glance once over. We can take you there, for a price, of course. How much? For a lone traveler or two? Too much, unless someone else is footing the bill. Too much risk on our end to make a full run for a few grand. Maybe later. How much is it? I swear I can pay. I swear you can rotate this, but I can't quite figure out how to do it. Maybe you can't. So I can't get to the habitat. This seems to be the only pathway, right? They said they would open up the hydroponics bay at some point, but that's interesting. I guess we're just gonna have to go back to Jonas. Let's just head to Jonas's bar then. I wonder if that's in the game now, or if it isn't. Because this is still early access. There is a price increase coming, or has already just arrived. Just because it's been, it's less expensive in this early access state. The price will increase over time. This game is definitely worth it in its current state, even if it is a bit unfinished. Because that clearly right there is Chapter 3, which I don't think is in the game yet. So let's go to... I think the Promised Land is Jonas's headquarters. So why don't we head in here? It's the bartender. We can steal from this lady, but I don't really see the need to. I'm curious, is he up a level? Or... it's just gadgets. Does he run this back room? Oh yeah, he's clearly through this back room over here. Well, we should definitely save before we do anything. And probably switch to my gun. Everyone should switch to guns. Yeah. Heavens, you too. For some reason, you're not healed. I should really fully heal party at the end of combat, but we'll just heal everyone up right now. We have tons of health kits, so that's fine. And why don't we go ahead and speak to... Caleb. Welcome to the Promised Land, says the bartender, pouring you a fluorescent drink. He spills a few drops on the counter. They shimmer and gleam in the dark, dissolving the paint and etching the metal. The first round's on the house. Been here long, too long if you ask me. Maybe it's time to head back to the habitat. What's it like, the habitat? Different things to different people. If you think the mission is more important than anything else, you'd feel right at home in the Protectorate, and their shenanigans won't bother you none. Hell, you might even be leading that parade. But if it's freedom that you crave above all else, then you won't find a finer place than the old pit. Then why do you think of moving back? Too much freedom, the bartender grinned slyly. Truth be told, I won't mind some stability, and if I have to join a club to enjoy it, then so be it. I would like to buy drinks and food in this game. That would be nice. Alright, we have to figure out how we're going to get to Jonas. I think we could probably talk to this doorman. Mr. Redford's expecting me. Why is he expecting me? It's been so long since I played the first mission. I hope he's not angry at me. Samuel, guard. Okay, if things go to hell... Can I close this door? Alright, if things go wrong, we'll keep that door closed. We'll only have to fight 4, and hopefully he'll take some time to get in. Jonas. For a scavenger, Jonas Redford was more successful and more ambitious than most. In order to facilitate more efficient runs into Mission Control ruins, Jonas set up a base camp in Cargo Hold 3, right next to the action. Such a good idea couldn't remain secret for long, and his fellow scavengers soon began pitching their tents nearby. With its increasing popularity, the camp attracted a growing crowd of traders, whores, and other hangers-on, and people began to see it as a rugged alternative to the habitat, which promised safety, but insisted on submission in exchange. At some point, Jonas realized there was money waiting to be made right there in the pit, as it had come to be called. Then out in the wasteland, he opened the Promised Land, the finest and only whorehouse in town, and settled into the role as the de facto mayor of the frontier town. You've got some nerve, Tara, says Jonas, putting down his glass. I know why you're here, so say your words. I don't want to, kick him out of town. I don't particularly like the other faction. Hold your horses, Jonas. I don't know what you've heard, but I'm here to warn you that Braxton's stirring up some shit. I'd like to hear his side of the story. Do you now? The only reason that you're still breathing is because Braxton expects me to kill you, and I'm not going to do that bastard any favors. But if you think I'm going to explain myself to you, think again. Your men would have killed Abe if I didn't step in. Says who? Asked Jonas, waving away. As far as I know, they were gunned down after they left the store. Your new friend Braxton killed them in cold blood, and you know it. You weren't there, the kid was a second away from pulling the trigger. Yeah, he was a second away from pulling the trigger, although actually I talked them down and I am quite against Braxton on this. Now that's interesting, says Jonas, squinting at you. I sent 2 men to force Abe to pay what he owed me for hiring the regulators. One man was in his 50s, the other was about 45. Which one of them would you call a kid? I know what I saw. What did you see? 2 men who claimed to be working for me? You know, I gotta hand it to Braxton. That man knows how to put on a show. What are you saying? Okay, I don't like how this keeps being an option. I don't want to accidentally click it. I'm saying Braxton played you like a fiddle. I'm guessing you're here because Braxton suggested it, which means he wanted you to warn me. I think I see where he's going with that. So tell me, Tara, you still with Braxton, or are you having second thoughts? Yeah, streetwise. I'm with you, of course. I'd be geared up for war if I could afford it. Success. Jonas gives you a hard stare, but reads nothing but the most genuine fake desire to serve him. There's 300 here, he says, throwing you a credit drive. You better be armed to your teeth next time I see you. Thank you kindly. So what do you need me to do? You're going to help me take out the regulators, he says, as if he's resigned to an unpleasant chore that's been let slide too long. They outnumber us, but a certain piece of gear will help even the odds. Ever heard of a brainwave disruptor? No, but I have a pretty good idea what it does. A grenade? Never seen one, but I heard it messes with your brain. That it does. It's an anti-riot grenade, Earth-made. It scrambles your brain and makes you forget what you're doing and just stand there talking to air. Braxton will be watching my boys like a hawk. But since you're unknown, you can run fetch it. You can run fetch it while Sam runs interference. Is that a turn of phrase? This I'm just messing up. You're an unknown. That's my foolish, fat tongue. But you can run fetch it? You can fetch it. I don't know. Okay, either way someone's going to run interference for me. Where am I going to find this thing? Good question. The Earth-made relics aren't exactly common these days, but I bet Cole can point you in the right direction. He sells all kinds of crap. Most of it ship-made, of course. But he also keeps track of who has what. Visit Cole's gadget shop. Oh. Was that a dialogue option, or okay, well, whatever. I'm just gonna open the door. I can just do this. I think it's just upstairs. It doesn't really matter, but when it said that, I thought I was just gonna be teleported there, which would be handy. Let's see. There's Cole's gadgets. I like how there's an intercom here. You can't really use it. The name's Cole. This is the proprietor, a dark-skinned man in his 40s sporting an optical implant. Everyone has the same implant, and a lot of people have this portrait. What can I do for your friend? I need a brainwave disruptor. Cole stops stacking and unstacking a pile of loose microchips, then looks at you with real interest. Earth-made relics come pretty dear these days, especially anti-riot gear. The ship authorities shot their whole load at the mutineers. Do you have one or not? Yes and no, says Cole. Reaching below the counter, he produces a small metal globe, the outside of which is covered in intricate designs suggesting a circuit diagram. Twisting it open, he reveals a hollow space in the center of its densely packed electronic innards. It needs a new core. I don't have one in stock, but I know where someone who does. I feel like I've heard that story before. The only place to get a replacement core is in the factory. The easy pickings there were gone before you were born. But I happened to come into some information. Knowing precisely where that could be located, I sent a man to fetch them for me. Goes by the name Isaiah Davis, but that son of a bitch is smarter than I thought. He got the cores using my tip, but refuses to sell them to me. Cole starts scrubbing at the lens of his left eye with a tiny cloth, waiting for you to figure out what he's asking. Yeah, I have an idea. I want my 3 cores. Bring them to me, and the disruptor is yours. And don't tell me how you obtain them, because I don't care. All right. So now I need to go to the factory, which I think I was just at. Pay Isaiah a visit. His place is near the engine fuel bar in Camptown. Okay, I don't have to go to the factory. He was just there to pick the cores up. And Camptown is the engine fuel bar. This is such a handy thing. Every RPG should have this ability. This fast travel thing. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm looking for an Isaiah. Or it should be nearby. Maybe this is his house. Scav and Scav. Let's quick save right here. What are these 2 Scavs doing outside this place? Go closer. Alright, definitely quick save again. We'll just go ahead and open this. Isaiah Davis sways on his feet as if fighting a strong wind. He started celebrating his latest scavenging run into the factory a couple days ago and hasn't quite finished. He stares at you for a full minute, perhaps trying to sort out reality from hallucination. You need a drink, he slurs finally after nodding to half a couple of times. He reaches for a plastic jar, half full of dark, bubbly liquid. So this is an initial disposition. He's drunk, so I get a +1. I don't think I have a particularly good constitution score for this. I'll accept, though. By sipping cautiously, you accidentally expose your taste buds to the horror within the plastic jar. Your whole body recoils, and you double over, and coughing fit, tears stream down your cheeks. Isaiah shakes his head in disappointment and downs his drink. Okay, there goes the +1. I can kill him quickly, but I don't have that ability. Do I? He inquires, as if truth of this is a mystery to him. Fork them over now. Calm down a minute. I don't keep them in my pockets. Isaiah walks steadily to a strong box. Okay, I've 100% started a fight. He rests his hand on the top of it as if trying to remember what he's doing, then reaches to a different shelf beneath and turns on you with a rusty-looking shotgun. Barrel is dripping, and the barrel is dripping. Oh, the barrel is dipping. Ugh, sorry. And weaving drunkenly, but at this range it's hard to see how even a blind man can miss. I'm going to count to 3. 1, kill him and his men. I assume his men are the ones outside. And they're immediately inside. Alright, so Faith gets to go first. Okay, this flashbang would blind us all. But we're not even in combat yet, so cancel out of that. Faith, why don't you come over here? And then Evans, can you move over here and switch to your truncheon? Just to like hold him. And then I think we're in a good position. Honestly, we want to stay slightly back because I don't think our effective range is good right next to him. But let's start combat. Faith is going to go first. Although, actually, Evans, if you move up here, and then Faith goes first. Let me click on Faith again. And she uses the flashbang as her first thing. Okay, so I can 100%. What does the flashbang do? Alright, cancel out of that. Me, Tara, my character. She can't... Okay, no one can move out of the range of this. So yeah, I guess we'll just have Evans here. My character will stay where he is. And we'll just start combat here. Alright, you have a revolver now, so you should have 6 shots, which is fine. You have 4 AP per shot, and you have 17 AP, so you can take 4 shots, and I think you might technically be able to kill him. Maybe not. We can definitely take him down in 2 goes. He's definitely going to get to go next, and it's going to do a lot of damage. So let's end turn. Ooh, that's big damage. Thankfully, it's a musket, I guess. But yeah, let's take him out. So I get 4 AP. I don't get the 4 shots he has. But I assume with 3 shots, I'll be able to kill him as long as I don't miss. Oh, what do you know? I won. And I'm going to move back. Got a reaction shot. Alright, he's going to have to be healed, so that's fine. Now, which one are you going to take a swing at? I think we can kill this guy down faster because we have 2 shots on him. And that's probably the best way to do it. Let's do it. 1, 2. That's all we can do. And Faith should still have 2 shots. I think we're going to reload. Still have 3 shots, and I think we're not going to need all of them. With the rest of our AP, I believe we'll move up. Oh, is he going to get a reaction shot? He might get a reaction. Nope, never mind. All right. We don't have enough to reload, so that's fine. We can use this on an ally, but I think he's too far away. End turn for 1 evasion. Reaction attack. Okay, excellent. Miss again. Oh, we're getting a lot of reaction attacks. I'm going to move here, which will be just out of range. I can probably shoot him twice. Gonna need to reload after that. Alright, this is actually going pretty well. I probably can just beat him to death. Oh yeah, he's staggered. What does staggering do? Well, we won. And he has Bloodlust now. Oh. He always gets Bloodlust at the end of a fight, and we've healed up automatically, which is good. Let's go ahead and loot everyone. Suicide Special. A rusty pipe pistol with a crude handle. It needs to be reloaded after each shot, provided it doesn't blow up in your face. It does do a fair amount of damage, but it's garbage. These are all garbage. Boomstick is what he had. Single shot shell. Absolutely useless. Some 9mm. Helmet. Might need that for Faith, and then we have credits. Go ahead and loot all of that. Not exactly how I want to do things. I much prefer talking people down. There doesn't seem to be a secret turret back there. We're going to quick save in case there is, because God only knows my luck. That's a nice little back room. Was this his house? I guess this is his bed. Where do people go to the bathroom? Like a communal one? Just do it off the sides? Is there plumbing? There is like a nutrient waste thing down here somewhere that they use to fertilize, so I'm curious where it all collects. There must be like an outhouse system. Let's go ahead and take the cores with a lockpick. We unlocked the box, and we took the cores. Doesn't seem to be anything else in here to my knowledge, so we can go back and head to Cole's Gadgets. I don't like to have to resort to just gunning people down in their houses, but there didn't seem to be a good, you know, persuasion option for that. Like, I'm going to shoot you if you don't give it to me. Give him the disrupted cores. Beautiful, says Cole, examining the softly glowing cores one by one, almost reverently. He assembles 3 brainwave disruptors and stops to admire them one last time before handing one to you. I believe our business is concluded, he says formally. If you require the other 2 disruptors, I will be more than happy to sell them to you, but I have to warn you, they won't come cheap. Alright. We have a brainwave disruptor now. That's excellent. Why don't we have it go ahead and save one more time? We'll head back over to Jonas at the Promised Land. I don't like working for either of these people. They're both monsters, and I'd rather shoot them. But out of all of it, I don't like the regulators. I don't like this tax system this guy's set up either, but... Where did Faith go? Faith, get over here. Thank you. Don't get stuck on people. Alright. Talk to Jonas. Quick save one more time. Make it quick, Jonas says tiredly. Got the grenades. John well, I got 1 grade. Jonas nods grimly in acknowledgement. They butchered Samuel. I had sent him to gather more men for the cause, and he walked straight into an ambush. Samuel was with me from the beginning. Now he's dead because of Braxton, because that prick wants what's mine. I want you to talk to Mercy, he says after a moment's consideration. She's always been loyal to me in the past, but just talk to her for me, and make sure she's on our side. Who the hell is Mercy? I don't have the time for jokes, Tara. Go to Camp Town now, but keep your wits about you. The bastards who killed Sam are still there. And what if she's changed sides? Then she's an enemy, ain't she? Jonas says in frustration. Do I have to spell it out for you? Don't expect it to be easy, though. The place is a fortress. I'll handle it. So I have to go talk to Mercy. Her fort is in Camp Town. Alright, we'll do this, I guess. Map. Camp Town. Mercy's fort. Oh, look at that. It even has a location. Firebrand Preacher purchased this lot with the dream of building a cathedral, a beacon of light and spiritual darkness to the pit. Being the entrepreneurial sort, Mercy made a few tweaks to her father's plan. She put together a fighting crew and transformed the half-built church into a pregnable fort for her gang. Alright, hopefully we can persuade our way around this, because I am not in the mood to kill a bunch of people. Is Mercy expecting you? Asked the guard, taking a break from daydreaming. She will want to hear what I have to say. The guard hesitates for a moment and then steps aside. Okay, that is a terrible... Just send a call up or something. Lord's Mercy was her given name. Though he wasn't a priest, her father had called himself a man of the scripture and never tired of reminding his only child of God's wrath, his vengeance, his untiring thirst for retribution. If that was what her name meant, Mercy did her best to live up to it. Your arrival interrupts a heated exchange between Mercy and 2 men wearing regulator patches. Mercy glances at you, then at the regulators next to her, weighing her options. It's not too late then. Okay, I'm not going to do that. She has an initial disposition with me. Streetwise will probably do well with her. I have a pretty high one. She's clearly a gang leader. That's a very presumptuous question. We don't really even have to like open up with that. We could do pleasantries first. Pleasantries are always nice. Thinking of joining the losing side for a change? Losing sides, scoffs Mercy. The church is backing Braxton's play. So I've had 8 charisma and 4 streetwise. I can do this really good option. I have 8 charisma. No, I only have 7 charisma. I do have an incredible persuasion skill, though. Why would they do that? There aren't 10 righteous souls worth saving in the pit, and once the church had it, they'd have to defend their claim from the Brotherhood, the Protectors, and the angry locals. Over what? Yeah, persuasion. If they had the church, why the hell would they need you? It's one of these 2. Going with persuasion. Mercy frowns and looks sideways at the regulator. Same reason why the Brotherhood wants it, shrugs the man as if stating the obvious. Persuasion 4. If the church wanted the pit, they'd have sent preachers with deep pockets, not a bunch of mercs. I know that and you know that, but you've got a soft spot for the church and they're playing you. Mercy sighs, giving up the dream. Tell Jonas you can count on me, says Mercy, as always. Oh, look at that. I got impersonate experience as well. That was a very... lacking in climax. There wasn't a lot there, but you know, that's fun. There's a lot of going back and forth to the Promised Land. That's fine. It really should just automatically send you back there, I think, for these like little short missions. Quick save again. A pretty incredible persuasion skill. Make it quick, Jonas says tiredly. Mercy's still with you. And I thought I was never going to hear another piece of good news in this lifetime. We're gonna hit... I wonder if I would have encountered more combat if I had just walked through that properly instead of just teleporting. Or fast traveling, rather. That's something I want to experiment with. We're gonna hit Braxton hard and fast before he can muster up the troops. Mercy's gonna tie up his reinforcements while you lead the assault. What do you mean while I lead the assault? That's not my job. Caleb can help with stims and ammo if you need it. Alright, this is gonna be a pretty climactic fight, so I think we should do it. Yeah, since you're putting me in the spot, I have to tell you fighting isn't really my thing. You picked one hell of a time to reveal that fun fact, and it says, okay, I need you to make sure no one moves to reinforce Braxton. If you're a talker, talk them out of it. If you got some other secret skill, now is the time to put it there. Okay, yeah, let's intercept the troops. That's much more my speed. We have plenty of persuasion, and if we need to, we'll kill a smaller group. I am not fighting at the front lines. That's insane. Alright, so there should be a group of people. Wait for reinforcements. Should I put mines down or something? So they just changed this, so people can't cross this bridge, that's fine. Yes, ready to deal with reinforcements. The regulator patrol shows up right on time. The troopers come to a tidy halt when they see you, keeping their distance. Sergeant Martinez is the man on your right, removing his helmet to get a better look at you. I'd appreciate it if you make a path. Where I can't see them. They're somewhere over here. I'd appreciate it if you make a path. We're looking forward to the rest and a wash back at base. He's smiling, but at the same time he scans the darkness behind you, never quite relaxing his stance. Personate or streetwise? I have higher streetwise. Streetwise 3. You're too late, Sergeant. The party's over and Braxton's dead. I'm sorry for the bad news, but at least you can go home. Braxton's dead, exclaims Martinez. He's too shocked for the moment to add anything else. We'll definitely go with persuasion. That's our stronger skill, and hopefully it leads into other persuasion options. So Braxton underestimated local support for Jonas. Suffice it to say, the townsfolk didn't greet him with open arms. So now what? Asked Martinez, dazed at this turn of events. Combat? Reputation. I don't know if what this is. We'll go with that, I guess. Looks like you pushed him too far. Martinez gives an angry stare, then goes for his gun. Alright. Kill. Enough talk. Kill them all. Alright. I'm gonna get into a fight. There's a lot of them. But there's cover here. And if we have cover, I think that's fine. Everyone get into cover. Evans. You get into cover as well and switch to your rifle. So we have stasis fields ready. They're going to get the first attack, so that's fine. Faith, why don't you stay on my side as well? Because Evans might need to plug up the gap. Everyone's ammo is up to snuff, and we do have a flashbang if we need it. Do I have anything? I have medkits. Alright, start combat. What the hell was that? Okay, there is no way we're gonna win this fight. This is insane. How did they run up so quickly? Yeah, oh my god. Alright, get out of that. Block shot there, block shot there. I guess start shooting. Honestly, if we can use this on an ally and give me a regen stim, and then... Oh my god. Okay. This is gonna be a restart, I imagine. End turn with invasion. They can really run far. This must be some sort of stim they're using or something. Out of range. I can shoot him at least, with much better accuracy. I don't think they're gonna, you know, retreat. And I'm about to go down. Stunned. That's good. And I'm out of AP, so that's fine. What I'm going to do is switch to this weapon, and I'm going to just plug up the gap. Oh, Martinez got up. The AI made a pretty terrible mistake switching targets, but they're still absolutely wrecking me. It's not even close. Alright, I think we're going to have to restart. Quick load. So we did save here. We know what we're going to do. We just have to beat that, we have to beat that check. So, I think we, streetwise, go into persuasion. And there's nothing for you here now, that's for sure. And how do I know Braxton's really dead? So, okay, so this leads into persuasion 5 instead of dealing with the combat reputation. I don't know what combat reputation is. I assume I've been gaining it in fighting, but I wonder if it's in my party screen. And how do I know Braxton's really dead? Martinez asks suddenly, clinging to hope, because deep down you know it's a fool's errand. Braxton never stood a chance, not against the entire town. Alright, we're leaving, says Martinez, giving up. Thanks for the warning. And we've gained experience. We can wait for them to leave. Wonder if we've leveled up. Character screen. Doesn't appear that way. Oh, yeah, we have. She's leveled up. So we can tag another skill. Honestly, I might tag... Just give her lockpick as well, maybe? Or, you know what? Give her pistol. I don't think there's anything else stat-wise we can give her, so that's fine. Gone ahead and dealt with that. Excellent. Let's return to Jonas. You hold the gate until the distant gunfire died down. You hold the gate until the distant gunfire died down. You hold the gate until the distant gunfire dies down and head back to Main Street. The regulators fought to the last man, a brave but futile stand. You watch as a cleanup crew armed with stretchers and mops marches into the bullet-riddled building. The bodies are being fed into the organic recyclers, and all signs of carnage will be gone by morning. Thus passes worldly glory. Talk to Jonas. Braxton's dead. Jonas sounds old and weary. He lost, but what exactly did we win? I'd like to know. We lost a bunch of men we can't replace, on top of the fucking soldiers we hired. Seems like we let the fox right in, don't it? Nothing mind. Never mind. Doesn't matter now. What are we gonna do next? Next? Jonas accidentally scratches his beard, put it behind us, and start looking to the myriad of troubles coming up ahead. The Brotherhood will be back to probe our non-existent defenses. The Protectors probably think they own us now. Hell, the Church might even sit down at the table and stick a finger in the pie. Why not? Or maybe if we get real lucky, the three of them will show up all at once and sort their differences with our narrow bit of deck as their battleground. You didn't say anything about what you're going to do. And if we have to stay free and we need allies, real players, not tin men like Braxton, free-thinking citizens will never bend the knee to the high and mighty habitat. I want you to travel to the Shadow Bay and talk to Mo Jackson. Him and his crew captured it from some raiders a few years back and turned it into a fort. The fact that he's held it since then means Mo can handle anything the ship can throw against it. Mo's that. More in that. Mo's a leader. If we get him on board, others will follow. I'll talk to him. Braxton was this town's only hope, Faith says quietly, as if to herself, and now that hope is gone. Town or yours? I don't see the townsfolk lining up to support Braxton. Townfolks come and go, Faith says dismissively. The town remains, but it still needs the rule of law to grow and prosper. That's what the Founding Fathers thought? The mutineers disagreed, and I guess there's only so much law and order people can take. Amen, says Evans. Braxton would have ruled with an iron fist, and it would have ended in bloodshed sooner or later. Faith nods absently, but doesn't say anything. It's time to move on. Alright, so there's a little companion back and forth. Did Faith level up again? I guess so. Oh, we can add feats. We can add feats to multiple people. Oh, we should do that right now. We should probably give him an armored... We should probably give him armor, like, penalty reduction. True Grit would also be good, because he's kind of our tank. Let's give him armor defense for now. And Faith, you can have... What can you do? Bloodlust would be good for everyone, to be honest. stealth would be pretty awesome, I think. Takedown AP cost reduced. I wouldn't mind that. Let's do Ghost. That's probably going to be useful. We're all level 3, I'll level up first, but there's quite a bit to go. But it looks like we've taken care of that quest line. We killed Braxton, and, you know, I vaguely remember not liking him particularly. He's Law and Order sort. He did absolutely play us, because whatever system he set up, he murdered 2 people outside a store after I very politely persuaded them not to do anything. It was quite... I like to, you know, I'm a diplomatic character. I don't want to deal with gunfights. I have this pistol only for backup. That's what Evans is here for in his, like, Mandalorian baseball fury cosplay. But I think that's a good place to end it for now. I've been No More Worlds. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.